$8.45. Let me guess. 1 apple fritter, 1 raspberry jelly, decaf coffee, 2 sugars, and a cream on the side.
Hi, Claire. Nice outfit. Say, it's a bit warm today, isn't it?
3 problems. Number 1, coffee without caffeine. Can someone explain that to me? That's like sex without the spanking.
Talk at a bad time, Trevor. I'm here.
Number 2, do you ever wonder why those apple fritters don't taste the same as they used to?
No.
I'll tell you why. A rap problem like they had simply doesn't go away overnight. Yikes. Number 3.
Put this way, a month, maybe 6.
Predictability, routine. Your whole life is planned. I know what's in that bag because that's always what's in that bag.
Is there a point to all this, or are you just here to charm and delight me?
I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh, I was hoping for a boneless day.
It's taking me way too long to match up couples, and it's your fault.
My fault?
It's your fault. You're slowing people down, in particular, your singles therapy group.
Gee, she said desperately trying to hold on to her good mood. Haven't we had this conversation?
You've got them all making lists, common interest, compatibility standards. You're turning the world into you.
A number of people have benefited from my advice, you know.
A number of people eat other people. It doesn't mean it's right for everyone. Look, if I had my bow and arrow, none of this would matter. If I'm going to hook 100 couples and get back to Olympus without it, I'm going to need better odds. I need your help.
I'm all ears.
Actually, you're not. I've seen you naked. The God thing, omnipotence. 3rd date, you were 25 years old. Kind of a cosmic window peeking thing. You have a real nice...
I would have thought changing the subject would have been a good idea, but look, Trevor, there's a huge advantage to getting someone with a like-minded profile.
You know what your problem is?
Not walking fast enough.
Your problem is that you stick everyone into these neat little psychological shoe boxes. Needy codependent, insensitive aggressor, delusional psychotic.
The shoebox fits.
You know what? You just can't pick a profile and assume it'll get the job done. Hi, my name is Trevor. I'm a Pisces. My pet peeve is the development of global thermonuclear weaponry. My favorite color is rug burn.
I'm talking about defining characteristics, things you're interested in.
I hardly ever do those midnight sacrifices of small animals. I can't get the otter blood out of my coffee table.
Oh, where's an open manhole cover when you need one?
You know what? They're facts. They have nothing to do with the heat and chemistry and the stuff that makes up love.
You know what? That's funny. Because the thousands of people who read my books and my column think so. The people who pay me to counsel them think so. And you know who else thinks so?
No.
The people who want to hire me to be the managing director of the Sharpnack Institute, which happens to be the foremost psychological institute in the state.
So you've got the job then?
Yes. Almost. Well, hopefully by the end of the week, they're sending an observer to come watch me work. And if everything goes well, the job is mine, making it one more resounding validation of my work. Don't you think?
That's perfect. That's exactly what I need. A job like that means you get to reach more people. All I need is for you to influence a couple people my way.
No.
Maybe... No.
No.
Why are you being like this?
Why am I being like this?
I asked you first.
Trevor, this job is important to me because it may be the biggest step in my career, and I'm certainly not going to use it to help Cupid redeem himself in the eyes of the gods. All right?
That time of the month, huh?
What did you say?
You know, the first rent's due, bills to pay, always makes me cranky. Oh, come on. Look, I never asked you for anything outside of bail last week, but look, I see statues and fountains. I'm trained to think public urinal. Doc, I need a little help.
And I am looking to give you some now. The group meets at 7 o'clock. Maybe that's a good place for you to discuss what kind you need.
I'm sorry, I won't be there.
Won't be there?
You have such a knack for cutting through it. I love it when you do that.
Excuse me, you have a legal obligation to be at those group meetings, so I expect to see you there at 7 o'clock.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I shan't be there. I will be elsewhere. I'll be at a Greek wedding, possibly a gay bathhouse, places where people are looking to fall in love.
Listen, Trevor. Okay. You know what? Fine. If you want to ignore the fact that you have been charged to my care, if you want the courts to find out and reinstitutionalize you, if you want to sit in a padded room and watch the World Series on an imaginary TV, then really, why should I care, huh?
Because you're his doctor?
Huh, look at that. Trevor, this is Dr. Pat. Stroud, Dr. Pat Stroud. Dr. Pat, I don't even know what I was thinking. Dr. Stroud is on the board at the Sharpnack Institute, where I hope to be working under him.
Careful, your Freudian slip is showing. Doc, for what it's worth, I think that you've got to keep her here. She and her wonderfully passion-free take on relationships reminds me of that saying, she's not getting older, she's getting bitter.
Better. She's getting better. It's better.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's better.
Well, all right, I hate to banter and run, but I have 100 things to do. Okay, nice meeting you.
And you,
okay.
Trevor.
I play a good game, but not as good as you. I can be a little cold, but you can be so cruel. I'm not made of brick, I'm not
says the gods are punishing him. Delusional, of course. Although sometimes I'm not sure the gods aren't punishing me. I want you to know how honored I am that you are considering me for the job.
Oh, just between you and me, we're way past just considering you.
I've got all the releases from my patients and my group, so you are free to eavesdrop all you like.
Good.
Dr. Allen, your 9 o'clock is here.
Great, thanks. Hi, Angela. Dr. Allen, how are you? This is Dr. Stroud. He's here to sit in. I told you about him on the phone. Is your husband coming?
He's running a little bit late.
Oh, okay. If you like, you can sit on the couch.
Thank you. If you don't mind, though, I might just, that way I can, what I mean is, my husband's become a bit unpredictable. I mean, we've had other problems, but lately, well, he gets distracted.
Distracted how, exactly?
Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. We're gonna dance all our blues away. Ba-da-ba, shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun's shining, come on, get happy. I'm here waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're gonna be going to the promised land. Yeah! Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, whoa, whoa, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, 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 we're gonna dance all our blues away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready. Get ready for that judgment. Day.
Distracted like that.
I'm aware that it seems insane. I'm aware that you don't normally see a man break into song and dance in the middle of a busy street corner, but I can assure you, it's the sanest thing I've ever done. Have you ever broken any limbs?
My arm once.
So you've worn a cast then. You know what happens, right? It atrophies. Whatever's in the cast atrophies. It actually starts to shrink from all those weeks of not using it, remember? All right, well, I know this sounds a little melodramatic, but that's what happened to my soul. It atrophied. Started shrinking and shriveling up because all the best parts of it were never getting used.
And dancing's become your way of building it back up, giving it what it wasn't getting?
Yeah, that's it. It was like I forgot how to feel anything, you know? Like I was sleepwalking through the day, at work and at home. I wasn't bringing anything to either one.
And now?
Embarrassment. He's bringing embarrassment.
People don't seem to mind. I mean, those people out on the street seem to like it.
How about Mrs. Bennett?
That's right, Michael. How about me? When we're out at a restaurant or on a train and you suddenly do this, I used to be so proud of you. I used to love people seeing me with you.
It's just dancing, Angela.
I'm guessing what your wife's having trouble with, Michael, is where you're dancing. Have you given any thought to enjoying it in more appropriate places? Like, nightclubs?
He's never been able to get me out to dance. It never came very easily to me.
See, the truth is, Dr. Allen, the whole point is spontaneity. I got off the L this morning, and I look at the morning rush, the traffic, the noise, the people on a mission. Oh, God, the city was so exciting, was so alive. I felt inspired. So I danced. I mean, you've seen the old musicals, right? Fred Astaire. When he was happy, bam, he danced. When he was sad, he danced. When he was in love, bam, he danced. I mean, he was just this regular guy with this amazing way of expressing his emotions, and he made you wish for those few moments that your own life could be like that. And now mine is.
But mine isn't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just can't give this up.
All I'm saying to the guy was amazing, all right? He brought the whole street to a standstill. I had other plans tonight, but then I realized this is your answer to your search for romance.
What, gridlock?
I brought the whole street to a standstill last week. I hit a light pole.
Look at the guy was not afraid to put himself out there, all right? He grabbed a little bit of what everyone in here should grab a lot more of, and that's the big A. Attention.
Attention from a street full of strangers.
No. From a street full of possibilities. Every day, we pass 1,000 people on the street, right? Any one of them could be our Fred or Ginger, but we're too preoccupied to notice. Did my hair dry right? Does my tie go with my shirt? Should I have left Grandma at home with the Rottweilers and a amount of kibble? We don't see one another. That was your 1,000 people out there. Every one of them was watching Mr. Hoof and Mouth. The dancer. Hoof, mouth, dancing, singing. You need some subtitles? Yeah. Look it, if everyone put themselves out there into the world a little bit more, I'm laying odds you'd be laying more than odds.
Well, you're assuming that this person was dancing in the street in order to get someone to respond.
No, I'm saying that people did respond, and you, as his doctor, are more concerned with why he did it.
What do you mean, his doctor?
His possessive pronoun, doctor, medicine guy from the Latin to overcharge.
Just answer the question.
I wanted to talk to the guy. Afterwards, he made a beeline to your office. I didn't figure that Arthur Murray was making house calls to your door. Was I wrong?
I'm not at liberty to discuss my cases.
Oh, gotcha, big brother watching. We'll chat later.
Actually, I'm more interested in chatting now about why Trevor Hale wants people to pretend to be something they're not in order to get attention.
Look, most of this bunch can't even go up to a girl in a bar. Now, how you expect them to dance in the street?
Do what you do. Tell a joke, recite a poem, play the Brandenburg Concerto on a kazoo. The 4 main words are, hey, look me over. You know what it is? It's just great advertising. The guy is practicing the first rule of moving the product. Sell the sizzle, not the steak.
Buy a steak just for the sizzle. It's a good way to get burned.
Yeah, it's also a good way to get a little heat in the kitchen.
Heat's cheap. Sizzle fizzles. I really don't think anyone here believes that flaunting yourself in public is an effective way to find a mate.
Gosh, really?
Yeah.
So, okay, Mother Nature had it wrong the past 100 million years. Procreation 101 class, the mating dance. Male lions show off their mane. The moose with the biggest antlers gets all the babes. A peacock without any color, just another turkey.
Yes, but lucky for some of you, human nature has evolved a step or two past Mother Nature.
Oh, really? Lucky how?
Well, for instance, unlike certain species, our mating dance doesn't require us to kill the male after one night stand. Less necessary. Thank you. Look, we may have all, from time to time, wanted to sing, dance, emote grandly and spontaneously in public, but what keeps most of us from doing so is common sense. Because we realize it would be viewed for what it is, off-putting and self-oriented behavior which ultimately serves to drive people apart rather than bring them together. So, shall we move on?
Oh, yes, please.
Thank you.
Right here.
Should I live? Dr. Allen's office. Oh, hey, Mom. No, actually, I'm getting a jump on some packing, and I haven't even had a chance to tell you, but I think I got the job. Isn't that amazing? Gee, Mom, I guess I was expecting a slightly bigger reaction. What is it? What are you saying? When? He's dead?
Come in.
Surprise.
Hi.
Hi.
Wow. I didn't expect. I mean, you never.
I know. It's just me being spontaneous. I just thought I'd stop by, see if maybe you'd like to have lunch together.
Oh, I can't. I'm on my way to a meeting, and they're going to go straight through. I didn't know that
Oh,
you
no,
were
no,
gonna...
no. No, it's okay. It was a long shot. I used to know things like that. When you had meetings. Well, listen. You have to get back to work. I didn't mean to bother you.
Wait. You didn't bother me. I'm glad you dropped by. I
Thought you might need these. They were behind the bedstand.
Ah,
You know how they fall back there sometimes after you read at night?
thank you. I was looking for them.
See you tonight.
Great. Got my message.
Just tell me why I'm wearing a suit and how much I get paid.
Of course, the job right. You're really going to love it kind of thing and let you practice your skills, which when you think about it is so much more rewarding than getting paid.
$100 or I walk.
50.
80.
60 and I'll do the windows. All right. I got this husband and wife, the Bennetts, yet another couple that Claire is going to talk out of romance. Anyway, I happen to be reading their files.
Happened?
Like it's my fault she takes a bathroom break and leaves her cabinet door unlocked. Anyway.
Trevor, this is not going to work.
I know, I thought the same thing too, but, you know, the gods are only going to give me credit for matching new couples, but I figure if the love is dead...
No, I mean this. Us. Them. You don't get it, do you?
No.
You don't break into confidential files. You don't butt into people's marriages, and you especially don't involve your roommate in other people's marriages. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Loud and clear, you're reaching out. We can see someone about controlling that anger.
Dr. Hale?
Yes?
Angela Bennett, thank you for meeting me at work.
Oh, you kidding? My pleasure, Mrs. Bennett. Whatever makes it easy for the client.
I'm sorry, but you said you are part of the observation team watching Dr. Allen?
I'm keeping a very close eye on Dr. Allen. And as I mentioned earlier, this is Champ Taras, my assistant.
Assistant?
Yes.
Hi, Mrs. Bennett. It's very nice to meet you, but actually, I have to be...
Moving things along. Yes, indeed. We always overbook so many couples in need. Why don't we get right to our plan to save your marriage? Mr. Taras? Chop, chop. As I said in my call, I'm very well acquainted with your file. I had a similar case once, many years ago, and I truly believe that dance lessons are the answer to solving your problem.
Dance lessons?
Dance lessons. Taught as promised by our own Mr. Taras.
Excuse me, Dr. Hale.
Yes.
Do we have a word here?
Oh, no, not to worry. She understands all of your qualifications. Master class at the Dance Academy, Steppenwolf Theater Company, and Tony Award-winning actor.
Well, student Tony.
I have to tell you, even if I could learn, I don't think I'd be able to do it on a street corner.
Oh, no. Like I said, you wouldn't have to. It's all about the effort. All right, what if I told you he wished that you could feel the same joy that he feels when he dances?
Did he tell you this at your office or during a house call?
I probably said too much already.
Mr. Taras, I'll do my best. If there's a chance, it'll save my marriage. I owe that much to Michael, don't I?
So, when do you want to start?
So, that was the caseload administrator. I'd like to see you tomorrow.
Oh.
Say breakfast, and at lunch we can discuss any questions that arise, and then go over institute policy at dinner. That is, if that fits in with your schedule.
No. All those meals, I'm beginning to wonder if this job has a minimum weight requirement.
Hello, everybody. It's a great day, isn't it? Ooh, kind of slime the family stone ass, don't you think? You know why? Because I've just got to dance to the music. Ow! I know what you're thinking. Nice ambiance here. I'd come here more often. You should, because we know how to be happy.
You know, I am gonna miss my 3 o'clock if I don't leave right now, so I'm going to excuse myself, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Sure. Well, fine, tomorrow.
Hey, what's going on? Wait, something I said? Claire.
Don't,
Hold on a sec.
Trevor,
Yeah.
don't, not today.
Why, what's the problem?
Well, there was this guy, used to come into the bar a lot, and Claire met him here one night. Jack Conathan, he was a pilot. Well, they had this very short, very passionate relationship. They were even talking about marriage.
Wait, hold on. Our Claire.
Yes.
Icy demeanor, yay tall. Had a passionate relationship.
Yes, until he left. No explanations, no goodbyes. I don't think Claire ever got over it. If you ask me, she was still in love with him.
What happened? Gotta get married?
No. He died last week in a plane crash.
Morning.
So it is.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Fine. Top of the heap, yeah.
You look very,
Late for a breakfast meeting with Dr. Stroud?
that too. Came by last night. Your light was on, but you weren't around, I guess.
Must have been grocery shopping.
Thought I saw your car up front.
It's a short walk.
Really? Called a bunch of times. Got your machine for like 3 to 4
It's a
hours.
long grocery list, Trevor.
Okay, look. I was trying to get you out to dinner, you know? And then I ended up going out by myself, Italian joint. And had pasta and antipasta. Ended up still being hungry. Pasta and antipasta, they canceled each other.
Got it,
I
got
made
it.
it funny.
Look, Trevor, I hate to banter and run, but I do.
Listen, about Taggarty's. I didn't know about your friend.
That sounds amazingly close to an apology.
Look, Linda told me a little bit about him, and sounds like he was more than just a friend.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Haven't seen him in several years, and we lived unhappily ever after, and it's really not something I'm interested in talking about,
Right,
okay?
so you put it all behind you then, right? You know what I can't figure out?
Is that a trick question?
Why you're doing this. I'm not a psychologist, but I know when you're holding back.
You're right, you're no psychologist.
I mean, you never got a final word, you never got to resolve it. That's got to make you mad.
I'm not mad. I am not mad, Trevor. I am sad. But he died last week, and I learned about it 2 nights ago, and I have had time to get past it. Okay?
If you say so.
I do say so, and I'm done saying so, okay? Trevor, people die. It's too bad, but they do. Friends, relatives, ex-lovers, they die. I'm gonna die, you're gonna die, we're all gonna die, okay?
I hate to split hairs, but us immortals have the improved HMO.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me your hand.
Ow! What was that?
A prick.
I doubted it was way too pointy.
See that? That's blood, Trevor. Greek god or not, you seem to be just like everyone else for now, stuck in a very imperfect container, a container that's not designed to survive plane crashes, car crashes, or falling pianos. A container with a heart, a liver, kidneys, and they could all just stop functioning at any time, causing complete and irreversible death. Just a little fact that we mortals have to deal with, that our bodies, these bodies weren't built to last. Life has endings, Trevor. You just learn to deal with them. That's all.
The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off-key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always, always keep the memory of The way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. They won't take that away. They can't take that away. From me.
There you go.
No.
Okay, you're right.
I'm sorry. I'm so clumsy.
Oh, it's okay.
I just have to.
Have a seat. Sorry.
You know, I guess I'm not the best student.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, that move is a little tricky, you know?
You're being polite. We've been going over that all afternoon.
But we'll keep going over it, you know? The key to this is practice. Dance is the sort of thing that, I mean, it could take...
Years. I know, it's a little like a marriage. If you don't keep practicing, one day you wake up and you find that you're out of step. You know, maybe this is a good place to stop.
For tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Taras, for trying.
Listen, Angela... Trevor, what is going on?
A couple tight pennant races, a further erosion in our faith in government. Need any more than that, you might want to grab a Newsweek.
I mean, with the glasses.
I'm speeding up the mating process. But you didn't help by botching up those dance lessons.
Botching?
Botching. You know
You're right.
exactly what I'm talking about. 16 messages I left her, 3 times I went to her house just to convince her to continue on with the dance lessons. Haven't heard a word.
Well, maybe she doesn't think dancing is the answer.
That is the problem. Everyone is thinking too much. I'm going to take the thinking out of it. I am pouring tequila for everyone in here, and I am not stopping until they're so sloppy they're asking chair legs to go home with them. All right?
What? Trevor, you can't... No.
Yes, free tequila shots, everybody. Here we go. Enjoy that. I figure if I can get enough people bumping body parts, a certain percentage of them are bound to fall in love.
You can't do that.
Oh, yeah? Give me 4 good reasons.
You don't have any money. Linda will fire you.
Right.
You'll be liable, and I'll be the one keeping a bar full of drunks from breaking tables over each other's heads.
You don't understand. You thought I wanted to get out of here bad before? I just got a complete checkup, except for the rubber glove thing. Bad memories. Bachelor party over at Mercury's. The Minotaurs got all crazy. They grip me
Trevor...
Look, I get the results in 1 week, okay? And what if I got something, right? What if it's fatal? You know how many things can go wrong with this body? I did a little reading about this. We're talking 50 trillion cells, 60,000 veins and arteries, and 30 feet of colon. That is a lot of road. The only pothole that I want is at the very end. I got immortality waiting for me, all right? I don't want to die. Look, I've never had to think about this kind of stuff, okay? You know, not surviving things.
Trevor, you're not gonna die, okay?
Ever? Tell Linda to take my shift, all right? I'm gonna take a sick day.
Jacqueline?
What's up?
Have you seen the McBlain file? I can't seem to find it anywhere.
It should be in your file cabinet, Dr. Allen.
Yeah, I know it. It should be there, but it isn't, and I've looked in every drawer.
I wouldn't know then. You usually organize your files.
Yeah, I know. I usually organize my files. I organize my files. I organize my clothes drawers. I organize my, my CDs. I organize my whole day. You see, I've become a very organized person. Did you know that I have coffee and donuts every morning at 8:45? Never mind. Just, never mind. Can you please check the file room for me?
Excuse me.
Oh, Mr. Bennett.
I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
No, no.
I was going to call, but I work close by, and I thought.
Is there anything wrong?
Well, it's just. I'm sorry. I've decided to discontinue our sessions. It isn't personal, Dr. Allen. I don't think you're ever really going to understand the choices I've made.
I see. And, your wife?
I think Angela feels that it wouldn't do much good to come by herself.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? By herself.
I'm sorry?
Angela. She's by herself. You're leaving her by herself now. I mean, she has to work through all this by herself. Does it seem fair to you? Does that really seem right?
I'm not sure I understand where you're going.
Mr. Bennett, you may think it takes a lot of courage to spot a problem and change your life in order to solve it, and maybe it does. But maybe it even takes more courage to do right by a person who is clearly devoted to you. A person who loves you. Relationships demand a certain stability, a certain reliability, and more than that, they demand trust. Now, a person in a loving relationship's made a promise that he will be there, that he won't abandon them, that he won't just up and leave her behind while he's off pursuing whatever selfish agenda he might want to pursue. Now, any man who does not keep that promise should know that he is doing something that could forever change that woman he has left behind. Forever leave her with an anger and a frustration that she may never get past. And as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Bennett, any man who does not have the decency to honor his commitment the same way that she's honoring hers is not a man who deserves any sympathy, and is certainly not a man who deserves to be mourned when he is gone.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bennett. I'll come back at a better time.
No, he was very nice about it. Apologetic, even.
But
they can't have the head of the institute allowing personal problems to cloud his or her professional judgment, so.
I'm sorry, Claire. I know how much you wanted it.
Yeah, I know. Things do seem to be slipping away from me, don't they? No, I was thinking about the only time I was on that Ferris wheel. That was my first date with Jack.
Wasn't that the same night you met him? You worked fast.
Oh, you don't know how fast. We slept together that night. We couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. We couldn't keep our hands off each other. I remember once he took me up in his plane. He put it on autopilot, and we must have circled the lake for about 2 hours.
You mean in the plane? Isn't that dangerous?
I'm sure it was. That was our second date. You know, it's not true that he just left for no reason. It was because of me. I was everything I tell my clients not to be. I went from 0 to 60 overnight. I was almost irrational. I pushed, I pulled, I held on as tightly as I could for the whole 4 months we were together. And I guess that's what just drove him away. So I learned. And I became everything I am today. A new job would have been nice. Come on, let's go.
someone there? Everything's fuzzy.
You took out a half a ton of bricks. The bricks won.
Zeus? Is that you? I was waiting for you on top of that building all night.
More to the point is who you are. Some pathetic Joe who's just wondering what's gonna happen if he dies before he matches 100 couples?
Exactly. Except, for the pathetic part.
Maybe part of your punishment here on Earth is to find out about mortality. You know that whole act outrageous bit you were running earlier? The shrink lady's right. Mortals don't do it to bump body parts. They do it because every once in a while, they gotta thumb their nose at death. Makes them feel more alive.
Alive. Okay. All right, so getting back to me.
The way I see it, there's a plan. So far, so good. So I'm out of here.
No, wait, hold on. You didn't answer my question. Am I still going to be immortal? I mean, if something happens to me, are you going to let me die?
You're not gonna die. Hey, you got it. You just had a bump on the head, that's all. You're not gonna die. Hey, buddy. You yammered a lot when you were out. Must have had a nice dream.
Hi. This section's closed. I was just finishing up.
I just wanted to talk. I thought maybe, I don't know. I haven't come to see you at work in a while. I thought maybe...
I'm pretty much done. I mean, we could just talk here.
Okay. I saw Dr. Allen this morning. I told her we weren't coming back. She said a couple of things. I don't really know what I'm doing, you know? I just... I'm getting older. I'm getting scared. I guess I was just looking for something to keep me excited.
I get scared too, Michael. But all it makes me want to look for is you.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You know, I didn't mean to leave you behind. Look, the thing is, if you're interested, I'd be willing to go back to Dr. Allen and work through all of it, you know, the dancing and everything else.
I'm interested. But just to be fair, someone's been trying to convince me that I need to make a compromise too. Would you like to dance? It seems we stood and danced like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. Oh.
The clothes you're wearing
are the clothes you wore. The smile you are smiling, you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when.
Look at you. You're just, this is when did you...
We're not really so old, you know. We'll be roaming the earth a little while longer. I just want to do it together.
Me too.
And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or when?
Hope you don't mind. Linda told me you'd be here. Wanted to come down, check up on you, see how you doing.
Yeah, I just wanted to come by. Make sure, I guess.
Sorry about your job. The truth is, maybe a blessing. You can stop wrapping your whole life up in your work.
Do I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a call from Angela Bennett. She and Michael are coming back to counseling.
Angela Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
Not a familiar name.
Really?
No.
Well, she also wanted to thank Dr. Hale. Thought you might know what that was about.
Okay, here's the deal. I did something kind of bad, and now that it's over and everything's worked out and you're dealing with everything you're dealing with, I'm not going to tell you what it was, okay?
Okay. But whatever you did, don't do it again.
Fair enough. I'm here to take you away from all this.
You are.
IR. It's been a rough couple of days for you. I think it's time for you to bust out, get a little crazy.
Dr. Hale's prescription for mental health.
Yeah, you know, nothing rough, nothing hard. It won't hurt you, I promise. We'll have fun.
Look, Trevor, thanks. It has been a rough couple of days. All I want to do is go home tonight and go to sleep.
Nothing wrong with sleeping. My second favorite thing to do in bed.
You're kind of new at this cheering people up thing, aren't you?
You helped me out yesterday. I got a quick look at the fear that you all live with. You know, of dying.
And that helped you?
Oh, yeah. It helped me a lot. It's a motivator. It makes you want to go after life really hard every single minute, and that's all I'm suggesting you do. Go after
Well,
it.
Trevor, that seems more like your style.
I heard it used to be yours. I tell you what. I will calm down a little bit, ease off the romance thing a little bit. You bring it up a notch. We'll meet somewhere in the middle, okay? Think of it as rekindling a romance with yourself. That way, I can get credit for another match.
Trevor, I mean, I don't even know what I'd do.
What about dancing?
Dancing.
Yeah.
I don't think dancing makes you feel better about this kind of thing. I don't know.
Doesn't it depend on where you dance? Heaven. He's in heaven.
You're serious here. I see that.
Come on. One moment of saying what the hell. One moment of spontaneity. Why don't you grab back a little bit of the control that he took away from you?
Oh, gosh. This is crazy.
Exactly.
This doesn't mean anything's changed. You know, it doesn't mean I'm going to have a whole new take on counseling or relationships or romance or anything.
Of course it doesn't.
Well, just so you understand.
I understand.
But thank you.
You're welcome.